we go. We're going to call Living Waters Church, try to get a hold of Ray Comfort, and question him about the Joyce Meyer's video. He went on Joyce Meyer, so we'll see.
Thank you so much for calling Living Waters. We count it a privilege to partner with you in fulfilling the Great Commission. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. Please stay on the line, and our next customer service representative will be with you shortly. Please note that your call may be recorded or monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Thank you for calling Living Waters. I can help you.
I called about a week and a half ago, and I was trying to get a hold of Ray Comfort just for a quick phone call. I had a couple questions. I'm a Christian also, and I used to watch him at Huntington Beach preach all the time years ago. So she told me to email him, and I emailed him probably over a week ago. I haven't heard anything back. I just had two quick questions for him. I do have an Instagram and a YouTube and stuff like this. I was hoping to get a hold of Ray Comfort. I tried to go about it through email, but I just haven't got anything back in 10 days.
I do apologize for any misunderstanding there. It appears that the person that you spoke with last time, I think she may have given you, incorrect information when it pertains to that. Yeah, so usually Ray is just tied up with so many different projects, so we can't really facilitate anything like that. With him, he gets so many requests. We get literally so many requests of people wanting to speak with him.
I bet he does.
He does. So, he's always doing things, whether it's witnessing on the streets or recording videos in the studio. I mean, he's always tied up with different projects, so that's why, we can't really facilitate anything like that. So we try to answer any questions on his behalf if it's anything that we might be able to answer.
Okay, I guess, I understand that, he's probably very busy. And so many people probably try to get a hold of him, I'm sure.
Yeah, there are.
Maybe even thousands, maybe, right?
Hundreds?
Yeah, but still a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so who am I, you're like his friend, or?
I'm a customer service representative, so
okay.
Usually if it's an email that comes in asking a certain question that we can answer, then we would provide the answer on Ray's behalf.
Okay.
It could be if we preferably if we have a resource that we can point others to that answers that specific question, that would be the best thing. So on the nature of the question.
Okay, when I sent the email, I didn't put the question in there. I just said that I have a couple questions. So.
Oh, yeah. If it's just like that, then it wouldn't have gone any further.
Okay.
Because we get literally so busy.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, I guess, is it okay if I ask you then, maybe...
Yeah, it depends on the nature of it.
Right.
It just depends. There's some questions that we don't really address or answer because they don't relate to our ministry.
No, this definitely relates to the ministry 100%.
Okay.
So do you mind me asking it?
Yeah, I can try.
It's not like I'm holding anything 100%, because it's not Ray himself answering for himself. I understand it's somebody else, but maybe you could just help me understand if that's okay.
I can try. If not, if I don't have it off the top of my head, maybe I can get your email and then send you something, or encourage you to email it in. What was it?
Okay, so really it's one question. So first I'd like to say, I appreciate Ray, and when I first became, I guess you could say when God really started drawing me, I started watching Ray Comfort. I found him online, and I liked his style of preaching. It was very simplistic, very, very understandable, which, when you're talking to people that are not even Christians, don't even understand anything, that's the way to do it, not to go in with deeper stuff. at first. There's no
Right.
point. And so I liked it, and I think Ray has a good natured guy, good character and everything. A lot of people get on him online, but that's just how it goes, I guess, when you're kind of popular. So I understand all that. But recently, I don't know if it was like a year ago or something, or 2 years ago, I saw a video about Ray Comfort, and I know nobody's perfect. We all can misspeak, and we all can do things, But it was kind of concerning to me, and I was going to ask Ray, is that the video that I saw was, I think it was about 10 to 12 years ago. I'm not sure on the timestamp. But Ray Comfort went on Joyce Meyer.
Uh-huh.
And he was on the Joyce Meyer show. Now, if you look at Joyce Meyer and what she teaches, and the fact that she even is a head pastor as a woman with very short hair. I mean, she doesn't meet any of the qualifications as far as that. But the things that she preaches, I don't think, as far as I can understand, I don't know everything about Ray, but I don't think Ray would agree with what she teaches as far as the whole money thing, the money thing and all kinds of things. I don't think Ray would be in agreement with her. So my question was, did Ray go on there before he knew what she was about, or did he go on there after, or really, what was the deal? What's the deal?
Yeah, great question. We've gotten this question quite often, actually, via email. But the simplest answer would be, yeah. I mean, he already knew what she taught in general, but he saw it more of an opportunity to spread the true biblical gospel on there to her audience. So it's just trying to reach out to the audience with the truth, and it's the same thing, the same way, the same reason we've been on different platforms that are questionable, like TBN, for example.
Yeah.
We've gotten that question quite a lot, quite a bit as well. Why are we on TBN and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
So many false teachings there, but that's just how we see it. We see it as an opportunity to spread the biblical gospel on there, and so thankfully we've been able to do that. We've heard, we've had so many different testimonies of people who were able to get exposed to the truth, listen to the truth, come to a knowledge of the truth via these platforms. So we just saw it as an opportunity to get the truth out.
Yeah, I understand that point of view, but do you think that it's kind of confusion? Because let's say, something triggers a person to understand better the gospel through Ray, but then, then on the other hand, they got Joyce Meyer as their teacher also. So, I mean, I think, like, would it, if as far as I can see, like, I try to, because, I do what I do online and stuff like this also, and as far as my understanding, you would want to make a clear division in somebody's mind, like, you're not about what they're about, so that there's not confusion. I just think that, it's a possibility that it might bring some confusion to somebody, right? I mean, I could see where you're coming from too, though,
Yeah, because once people get acquainted with our ministry, they can see exactly what we're about, where we stand on these things. I mean, we've addressed these topics in several of our resources, like our videos and
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we have a full-on episode from our Way of the Master series that is called God Has a Wonderful Plan for Your Life, the Myth of the Modern Message. And it addresses the false prosperity gospel on there, exposes it.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of different resources that address these topics. And,
okay. Yeah, I didn't think Ray would be in agreement with what she teaches, or even her being a head pastor. That seems like not Ray,
Of course. I mean, so it's one of those things where we try to use tact, I guess. We try to be tactful. Instead of straight up, like, in your face condemnation kind of thing, judgment.
Right, I get that.
We try to use wisdom and tact in these kind of situations.
Sure.
Some of the topics actually get into sort of non-essential areas. For example, the whole thing of women pastors, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it's not going to cost you your salvation if you believe one way or the
Sure, yeah.
But it's not going to cost. I mean, we understand there's a lot of Christians that do attend churches that do have that view, and they're still saved. They're just,
They're just. Do you think that they're probably deceived though? In that area, not
in
totally.
That area, I mean, but that could be in so many different areas that don't affect your salvation. I mean, there's so many different.
Well, it does affect it because we all will be judged at the judgment seat of Christ as Christians, not for our salvation, but
that's what I'm saying.
As far as our standing.
What I'm saying, I mean, I can give you a few other examples, like the end times views. We have so many different views on end time, like pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib.
Sure.
Pre-mill, post-mill, all-mill. So there's all these different views Christians have. I mean, they're not all correct.
Right.
One of them could be correct.
Right.
But the other ones, if they're incorrect, then it's something they might be judged for in the judgment seat, but it's not going to cost them salvation. So it's not a huge issue that we get concerned about when it comes to these kind of topics. So I mean, I hope some of this might help clarify some things. It does. Yeah, I could see where the mindset was at, and we definitely don't endorse a lot of that stuff for sure. We just see it as an opportunity to spread the gospel.
I don't think that Paul would have done that though. I don't think that he would have been like, well, these guys are way out there, but I'm gonna partner up with them. I just don't see Paul doing that, or Jesus. I think he tried to separate himself as much as possible from those type of people. In fact, he called the Pharisees and Sadducees vipers and brood of vipers. And I don't think he would say, well, if they give me a place to speak, I'll speak to the people.
No, actually, he did, because if you consider the fact that he went into the synagogues,
but he rebuked them. He didn't sit there and placate them. He rebuked them.
Only when they contradicted him. Because other than that, he went in the synagogues and preached.
Sure.
But he didn't. He preached the truth. But he didn't get into confrontations in the synagogues unless they first.
He went in the temple and turned the tables, didn't he?
That is correct. That's because they were practicing something there.
Well, there was a lot of things going on there, right?
Of course, they were practicing something that was clearly off base.
Yeah.
It just depends on the situation, depends on the circumstance, depends on the location. It's just he didn't do that in every place. He didn't do that in the synagogues,
Do you think it was possible that Ray but if he could have maybe addressed her off camera, like maybe even after, like talked to her about this? I mean, it's not going to affect her. Because, I personally think that Joyce Meyer is part of the occult and the secret societies, and I believe that she's doing it on purpose. She knows what she's doing. I think that Ray is not, but I think that she is, so nothing that Ray says is going to change her. She's got her agenda. But do you think that it's...
That's a good question. He may have. I don't know. It's just something that we're not aware of. If it did happen, it's just something that he may. Who knows?
Yeah.
What all? There's so many details that could have taken place, right? So many things that could have taken place during that whole thing.
Yeah. Not to do it on camera, but even talk to her off camera. It wouldn't change her, but
it could be.
Just a thought.
It could be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's interesting, though, is that right after that, she actually ordered a whole bunch, I think like $5,000 worth of our book, The Way of the Master.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And to give to her audience.
Oh, okay.
For free, That book lays out the gospel very clearly in there.
Sure.
And what it is and what it isn't. It's not about the wonderful plan that God has for his life. It's about laying down your life and counting the cost, of being a disciple and having a true motive for coming to Christ, not for what God can do for you. Right? So it lays it out really clear. She actually bought a whole bunch of those.
Sure. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for your time, and I don't mean to put you under the gun or anything.
No, it's okay.
I just wanted to kind of get an answer because I had like so many questions about that, you know. But I guess I got some answers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks. What was your name? My name's Ralph.
Horacio.
Rocio? Okay, thanks, Rocio. Horacio?
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Great, man. You have a good. Yeah, thank you. You have a good day.
You as well.
All right. Yeah, so so Ray Comfort is he knew what she was, and he went on there. What a shame.